Hi, my name is Anne. I'm 25 years old and I'm a student here in Berlin. And I participated in Reconnecting Europe.
Hi, I'm Rahel. I'm 34 years old and I work for a political foundation here in Berlin.
So my name is Roberta. I'm an economics student at Humboldt University. I'm 26. I'm part of Reconnecting Europe.
Hello, my name is Weronika Priesmeyer-Tkocz. I'm a program director here at the European Academy Berlin, and we are the program partner of the Schumann Foundation, the Polish Robert Schumann Foundation, in the project Reconnecting Europe.
Hi, I'm Julius and I'm by now 25 years old and I'm studying sociology in the University of Polska.
Hi, I'm Steffi. I'm 26 years old and I'm a researcher in the field of sociology, more specifically in the field of higher education research.
My name is Emilio Ergueta. I'm a 21-year-old politics, administration, and organizational studies student at the University of Potsdam, and I'm part of Reconnecting Europe.
So basically I just read the call for applicants here from the European Academy in Berlin. And actually I was just curious and didn't have many expectations.
Our expectations in the program were that people would really will be thrilled by our idea of having a very heterogenic series of meetings.
I was expecting to find new answers through discussions with people from all different countries in Europe. I was hoping to find new answers to new challenges arising in Europe, like Brexit, like populism, like right-wing movements.
In all honesty, I really didn't have any expectations going in. I didn't assume anything. I just found this cool program online and subjects that I was interested in.
Well, mostly I expected to have a lot of fun, actually, because you will meet so many people who have the same interests as you have, and I also expected interesting discussions and different point of views and just a real great exchange with so many people.
I applied for the program after my master graduation and I wanted to do something productive in the meantime while looking for my first job, which I'm doing now. And the topic of Europe and its citizens just struck me, and it's really a topic of personal interest to me, and that's why I wanted to be a part of it, and I hope to be inspired by the people.
It was pretty cool to see that we would travel so much, meet so many different people, and see a lot actually, so I was really excited.
To exchange views and ideas with people from all different backgrounds, all different professions and different countries.
That might have been probably the chance of traveling, because normally with programs like this you have to apply for each section again and again, but here you really had the chance to go to 5 different countries and also with the same participants, so this gave the chance to really get to know the participants much better over a large period of time.
Okay, when we got the information from the Schumann Foundation, who invited us into the program, we are very much thrilled by the idea of having a multinational, multi-step, intergenerational and very interdisciplinary project that was really aimed at connecting people, normal people from the north and south and east and west of Europe. This heterogeneity was something that really thrilled us, and that is why we also decided to take part in the program.
Where am I? Am I gone? Who are these people? They seem really nice. It seems really interesting. But I was a little overwhelmed because everybody knew each other and everybody sort of knew what they were doing, and I was the odd one out.
My impression was that there were a lot of people active and also believing into the European idea.
Well, when I entered the building, the first thing I saw was this really nice buffet with the salami bread, so I was really excited naturally.
I really liked that we were such a diverse group, because there were people from not only from Germany but originally born in Serbia, in Italy, from the US, So yeah, I really like that.
When we met those people for the very first time, there was this feeling, oh gosh, so many great people, so much potential, so many great ideas, and actually so little time to realize everything. So actually at the beginning we were a little bit scared if we will somehow manage to put all those really great ideas into this big basket, and or if we will make and if this project will be successful. The most fun part of the project Reconnecting Europe were the working groups, so meeting with people from Berlin or from around of Berlin in very different places. So we've been meeting in co-working spaces here at the European Academy Berlin or somewhere else, and just discussing the certain steps of the program and getting prepared also for the activity in Berlin. And another thing that I really enjoyed was this co-working and co-shaping principle of our meetings, which is like everybody put their ideas and contributed somehow to the program, and out of these mixtures we really managed to have a very inspiring and dynamic and energizing activities.
I really liked the Schumann parade we had in Warsaw in May, because we all prepared our posters together, the signs we could hold during the march, and during the march we really had like this feeling of connecting, because during the march there were so many people also from different places all uniting for this cause, for European values, and I think this was a pretty strong experience.
Actually, I like that all the activities and all the workshops were very different.
The activity I enjoyed the most, the activity I really grew also a lot upon, was organizing the whole trip through Berlin with other participants from Italy, Slovakia and Serbia. So there was a lot of organizing going on, like also ad hoc things that changed a lot, and it was nice to show other people your city basically.
Interesting activity was in Banská Bystrica in Slovakia, the workshop with Patrick Krebs. That was one of the most interesting parts of the program.
And I would say just any creative project, because I like to be creative and I like to draw and paint and, you know, conceptually design something. So I definitely think that anything with creativity attached to it was good.
I enjoyed most the talks and friendships which developed in between the seminars. Due to the fact that it was a series of seminars, we actually could get in touch pretty well with everyone, and I hope that a long-lasting friendship will be the result of this. And for the more practical part, I really enjoyed the interviews we had in Cagliari during the seminar, to actually get out and meet people on the street and ask them on their opinion of Europe.
One interesting story, maybe rather a fun story, was the moment when we were in Slovakia and suddenly it started snowing, and at the end of the day there was really high snow, like several centimeters, and then we had a big snowball fight at the venue where the seminar took place, and it was quite fun and a unique moment.
One of my fondest memories is when we had a visit from somebody who does development seminars within corporate companies with Legos, and I just remember seeing 7 to 10 kilos of Legos on the table and being given a carte blanche to just build whatever I wanted to.
Oh, a funny story actually. We took the Berlin-Warsaw Express back, and at one point the train was already delayed and it stopped somewhere in nowhere later on, and the train started to smoke basically. So the train conductor went out of the train and was running nervously up and down the train, and no one knew what was going on, and it was a bit weird. But we actually used the time to go to the dining car, had a lot of pierogi and some beer. That was nice bonding and a good experience, yeah.
No. I think there were a lot of funny and interesting moments, so I guess it would take too long to share all of them.
the environment was very interesting and also quite different to other exchanges, other projects I did before. So it was very heterogeneous, and in a way I enjoyed that because we had participants which still went to high school. Then we had university students, but there was also, for example, blacksmith. So it was really interesting to get to know their different life realities and backgrounds, and like learn more about their perspectives on life and on the European project.
Well, because the project lasted for so long, for so many months, I think we had a pretty trusting environment because we really had the chance to get to know the participants better, and also, like I said, have the trust to really go into the discussions and not be afraid of how one might react.
I think the environment during the seminars was really that everyone was very concentrated and really into working on the issues, because I mean we're all here on a voluntary basis, and we were selected to be part of this project, and so I guess everyone really has a motivation to actively participate.
Personally, I think that it was a very conducive work environment. We had a good balance between having fun and getting to know each other, and meeting new people, and also working on these different projects.
As far as I can tell, I really like this multinational feeling and expectations of very different expectations of people, but also very different vibe of the people. So we had those who were more creative, who were much more interested in drawing or doing something, with their bodies, and there were people who were much more interested, in discussing things, partially also on the theoretical level, and putting all those different expectations, but also different moods together was something that I enjoyed a lot.
I think it was nice to see that at all the seminars, at the beginning everyone was rather shy, and it was a bit more calm, and at the end of each seminar everyone was getting to know each other better, and we created an atmosphere where everyone could talk and say their opinions. I think that was nice to see.
I think that people grew together. Of course, they developed their interests or they developed their connections to certain countries. They definitely also changed the attitudes towards certain countries. So, some of them had never been to Warsaw or to Slovakia or maybe to Cagliari in Italy. And so going there for the first time with certain expectations and also changing their attitudes and their stereotypes, this is something what I really observed the whole project, and where I was really very happy to see this development and this changing of the participants. Good.
I think as the seminars progressed, we sort of all as a group grew into it. We became more comfortable with one another, and even those who were well outside their comfort zone in a different country, discussing topics that they usually wouldn't be sharing with others on such an intimate level, got to know each other and got comfortable with sharing, and really felt that it was a good environment for that.
I guess the whole group just grew closer together. It was not that everyone just stick to their national groups, but people really started mixing. And also, I guess we got more precise on the topics and also more aware of the challenges Europe is facing.
So what really changed throughout the seminar was basically that we bonded a lot more, like the German participants, but also the participants from the different projects, because we just got to know each other way better, and we shared a common experience, which made this exchange really great, and compared to exchanges which are just a week or something.
Reading the news, you might easily get the impression that the whole EU is almost going directly into the abyss, but being part of this project actually raised my spirits, because from all over the countries there were people who are just as interested and, approving of the EU.
I would say that I was inspired by the political activity of the participants. Like everybody was so passionate about their engagement, like their political activity, and I really liked that. And that's one thing that I would say that I learned from the project. And also, of course, like topical things, fake news, notions of solidarity, notions of the European identity. And I think I also personally learned some organizational and design skills during the workshop, so it was cool.
So what I learned about Europe is that Europe is way more diverse than I ever would have expected, and at the same time we are very alike in different ways. Like we share common values, we have the same ideas and the same wishes we try to follow in life, and that was really interesting to see and to learn.
I think the biggest lesson is really it's the beauty of meetings that you have in this multinational programs, getting people from all over Europe together. That you sometimes you have to have an idea, you have to have a kind of schedule and methods, but the lessons learned is the people who are who want to participate and who want to co-shape and co-create certain things can jointly do fantastic things together. And so it's really investing in people and trusting them and being happy to somehow harvest the fruits of their engagement activities.
Yeah, I guess the lesson I learned was that similar challenges prevail in all the European countries. We all have similar issues which we need to face, and what was really shocking for me during the seminars, when I talked to people who were not involved into the project, but when we asked people around on the streets, how many people used Europe as scapegoats, used Europe as the scapegoat for everything which goes wrong. So it was either the migrants or Europe, and I didn't think that it would be that many people who would say something like that, and it really shocked me. And I think that Europe, I mean especially Brussels, lost contact with the ordinary people, so to say, and I think it's really important that we discuss further and try to bring Europe and its people closer together again. I think that's really a challenge of the future, and I think that's what we should be working on.
My message to my fellow Europeans is to go to the places that are not so touristy, because these places, they hide really interesting stories, you meet really interesting people, and these are really the places where still some adventures can be found.
Well, I think to me it means old ways won't open new doors, so we really should discuss, engage, talk and actively participate. I mean, it's our project of everyone, so I believe we have to make Europe fit for the future, and it's our responsibility to actively take part in it.
I would say that it's important to always stay curious about new things, and also we should try to get to know as many new people as possible, because we can learn a lot from them. So my message, my message would be stay curious.
Message to Europe is trust the people, invest in their potentials and their abilities, and support them, and support their dreams and make them dreams come true.
I would really say it's important to not give up on Europe. I think that it's a very unique and special thing we have here, and that we really should hold on to it and think twice before throwing it all to the wind.